And welcome back to the Commander's Replacement Squad series, where we have come off of 2 straight wins. We were 0-9, and then since then, we've won our last 2 games. We somehow trap gamed the Eagles, and then we barely escaped Houston with a win last week, 26-24. We're facing another opponent who's honestly not great. The Falcons definitely have some dudes, don't get me wrong, but they're not very highly rated in terms of Madden. 80 across the board. That's nothing too great. But when you break them down according to their overall rankings in terms of stats, they have a fairly decent offense, being 16th in points per game and then 7th in both passing yards and rushing yards. So they definitely have some guys on offense that are getting the job done. Their defense, not very good. That will be in favor of us, as our offense has been a little hit or miss at times. But it's time to jump into this game and see if we could tack on another win to, well, the win column. And let's get this game underway. Kicking off week 12. The Falcons back to receive Cordell Patterson will let it go through. And ever since we came through and really overhauled the defensive back group on this team, they're looking a lot better. Still have some room to grow for sure, but a lot better than what we saw at the beginning, as we're going to find a wide open Drake London running to about our midfield. So maybe he spoke slightly too soon. The linebackers definitely still need their improvements when it comes to zone coverage. They go across the middle, gonna be caught by number 11 right in front of Muse. The receiver's name is Cobb, but the only Cobb I know is Randall Cobb, and unless a trade happened, he should be on the Packers. So confusing, as a delayed handoff gonna go to number 10. Another new guy, Kareem Hunt, with a gain of 8. So it wouldn't appear we would have to worry too much about Cordell Patterson in every formation. He does look like he's coming out here for these shotgun looks, as they come out with trips to the right-hand side, one to the left. Mariota gonna scramble, take a hit here from Gemmel. Will be about a gain of 4. And coming into this game, media was talking about how hot this Falcons offense has been. We told them we're gonna try to apply some pressure, and we're doing that here with Shaka Toney around the edge with a sack, bringing up 3rd and 12. He is 100% a building block of this team, and we're trying to work out a longer-term deal with him currently. He turned down one of our offers. It was a 3-year deal, and there's double coverage, knocking that one away. We'll force a punt. And leading our offense out onto the field today is Jack Coan. He will get the start today after a really good performance last week, as Borgie, trying to spin around, move around, try to find some space, just manages 3. But yes, Coan earned the start after last week's performance, where Luton really struggled in the first half. Coan came in and helped lead us to a win, as Borgie breaks through a tackle, gets close to the first, and they give it to us. Tell you what, Borgie really makes it difficult trying to highlight another player, because he just continues to make plays. As Tyree Jackson comes out here, we're going to run a little bit of some read option, and I tried to hand that off. Didn't work. We'll at least get back to the line of scrimmage. And we'll follow that up by going back to a more normal formation for us, bringing Coan back out. Trips to the left-hand side, gonna hand this one off to Borgie with a little bit of more space, about a gain of 8, maybe 9. And he'll set up Huntley and the I formation, the all-tight end formation. With Kalinick back at fullback, he'll lead the way, and that's a 1st down gain. This offense really is a by committee. The only real position that doesn't get moved around much in terms of who's starting is actually our lineman, as that pass lofted a little bit too much, but at least was far enough away from any potential pick. And after some of the play we've seen, we'll take that pass. 2nd and 10, as we're up to the 40. Try to let some of the blocks develop here. Borgie shaking and baking, trying to truck some guys. We'll get 4. And that leaves us with 6 more here on 3rd down. We'll come out with the twins either side in the pistol look, and run some slants, although that collapsed really quickly, and that's going to be a fumble. 90 came up from behind, Coan knocked it out, and that will be a scoop and score. Unfortunately not for us, as Rashad Fenton. That hurts, buddy. That hurts. if you had watched the Carolinas state-only challenge, you know how instrumental Fenton was for our defense. So that one just stings a little bit here as we go back to the read option. Borghi down the middle. Another gain of 4, although that definitely looked like more than 4. So just need to clean things up a little bit. That's just what's going to happen when you have quarterbacks under 60 overall. They're going to fumble, they're going to throw picks. And on 3rd and 4, we're going to check in Avery Williams, go with the draw, and he runs through Grady Jarrett. We'll get the first down, about a gain of 6. Like I said, this is a team by committee, more so on the offense than the defense, but it works with the offense. So we're trying to find something opening up here. Coan tried to scramble, just couldn't buy enough time. Be Dunlap once again. And that'll also end our first quarter, so we'll head into the second with a 2nd and long. We need to find a way to get around Dunlap. He's been pretty disruptive so far. So on play 1 of the second quarter, let's try to set up the running back screen, attacking Dunlap to try to take him out of the game a little bit. Try to get Avery around the outside. Didn't work very well. It'll be a loss of 1. So that'll bring up 3rd and long here. We're going to come out with an empty look. 4 to the right-hand side. Try to set up that receiver screen to Cade Johnson. Tried to cut back in. Unfortunately, his fellow receivers did not block very well for him. We're going to have to punt from here. And just have to give props to those cornerbacks. They stayed true to what they were supposed to do instead of just backing up. And then get a nice pass break up there from Brown. But yeah, instead of just backing up and giving us space and protecting the first down marker, they still attacked, and it worked out pretty well for him. As Shakatoni around the edge again. That's 2 in the first half alone. We have a goal of getting 3 sacks today to help try to stop the hot offense of the Falcons. So we're pretty close to getting it. As we're going to back up here, and that's going to be an interception. J.R. Reed cutting to the left side. Come on, get the pick 6, beat Mariota, and we're in, tying this game up. It's been only defenses today scoring, but it'll be 7-7 with a made PAT. And that was really the first big play we've seen from J.R. Reed. We've seen him around the ball a little bit. He's missed some tackles here and there, but that was the first time he really made a big play. As they'll find a receiver across the middle here. Allen will get the tackle, gain of 6. And they'll come out with an empty look here for 2nd and 4. We'll try to get Shakatoni around the edge quickly. Well, they had a good counter, which they honestly really needed because they didn't have a single guy touch Shakatoni, and with his speed, he could get back there quickly. So it ends up working pretty well for them. Not so much us, as there's a big hit. Allen lays out Mariota. That was a clean hit too. No penalty down for unnecessary roughness. They'll come out here with a strong eye going to the outside. First time we've seen, I cannot remember his name, Kareem Hunt for a little bit. Another tackle there for J.R. Reed. Maybe this is his breakout game. It'd be nice to see. Pass here on 3rd and 6. Mariota looking to scramble, and he stretches for it, and they give it to him. Belial just a little short on the collapse, pretty much. He had read that Mariota was looking to scramble, just couldn't get down in time. We'll give him a fresh set of downs here. So try to sit underneath some of these, but they're going to find London. J.R. Reed there to slow him down, and a first down gain after Brown's tackle. And we have given that slot spot to Brown for a few weeks. I haven't noticed any poor play, so he'll continue to get that spot as Shakatoni in the backfield, as well as Allen to bring down Kareem Hunt. Loss of 3. So that'll force a 2nd and long here. 2nd and 13. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Hard count, no one jumps. Be a drop back here from Mariota, and we'll find an open soft spot in the coverage. Will be a pretty decent gain, making it 3rd and short. They'll bring Kareem Hunt back out here in the single back tight formation here for the tight ends and receivers as they bring over one of the tight ends to help lead block, and he did just enough. I believe that was McCall, our big run stopper in the middle. He got a little shot on, slowed him down. I guess in a way though, slew does kind of sound like a past tense of slow. It's wrong, but it sounds like it. 1st and 10 here as they make an audible here. Empty set. Mariota going to scramble. Here comes Allen. Does not lay the big hit this time. Mariota with a stiff arm will get close to another first. Second and 1. I wish it was 2nd and 11 as Drake London will find the end zone on the quick slant, and apparently he's playing tennis. Well, that leaves us with just shy of a minute and a half on the clock here before halftime. Let's send out Tyree Jackson, motion over Smart. Try to see if we can leak him across, which we do, but that pass maybe actually was really good. Unfortunately, Smart couldn't hold on. I mean, really unfortunate too, because that was actually one of the best passes we've seen from Tyree Jackson, who hasn't played quarterback in a while. Has an opportunity here as we find Cade Johnson to the outside. He stretches forward and they mark us short. I don't know about that. That's the opposite of some home field advantage. You can even see the ball is pretty much placed past the line to gain, but it's fine. We'll bring out Huntley, who gets a lot of yards up to midfield, but a flag is down. I'm assuming we'll be holding. Well, that's a shame because Huntley had a great run there, giving us the spot up at about the 50. Instead, we're going to have 3rd and long here. Just cut to the outside. Can Stoner make a grab here for us? No, can't hold on. We'll have to punt. Just a really unfortunate swing. Like I said, we had the first down up to midfield. Holding penalty, pulls it back. We can't get the grab. And now the Falcons have the ball while we were looking to score before half. They have a wide open receiver to the outside. And they'll follow that up by empty look again. We'll send Shakatoni quick around the edge and won't get the sack, but we'll get credit for the hurry and the quarterback hit. If only Madden actually tracked that, would be nice. 2nd and 10. Gonna send him around the edge, getting to go with a quick pass to the outside. We whiff on a tackle, but luckily J.R. Reed there to secure it. And that brings us to yet another 3rd down. 3rd and medium, 3rd and short. As again, we're going to bring that double A-gap blitz. Shakatoni got knocked off the line as they will not find the first down. We'll call one of our timeouts. And after a really bad punt, we'll be starting up at the 31. Going to try to set up that receiver screen. Played very well by 18. I'm fine with the drop. Stops the clock. 2nd and 10. We'll switch over to that Tyree Jackson formation. Once again, going to send Smart across. We'll see if he can leak out to the left-hand side or if they cover it, which it does look like they cover it pretty well. Gonna try to buy some time here. Let's go with Kalinick, and a nice play once again there by Tyree Jackson on the run. Perfect pass. 29 seconds left on the clock. We only have one more timeout, so we have to be smart here with where we end up taking our shots. And how about down the sideline? Tim Jones with the grab. Can he beat the safety? Tried to tiptoe down the sideline, gets caught. About the 2, maybe the 3. We'll call our last and final timeout. And that'll set us up perfectly here for a 1st and goal. Looking at the zig route here to Cade Johnson. Should be open, but no, they cover it pretty well. Instead, we'll go over the top, and Tim Jones can finish what he started. In the back of the end zone, caught touchdown to help tie this thing up. 19 seconds left before half. But the booth is trying to ruin our fun as they call in a review. We'll take a second look. Definitely get 1 foot, 2 foot. Yeah, both feet are in. Don't know what we're looking at here, except a touchdown. And that touchdown will send us on into halftime. Game tied up 14-14 with honestly a very well-balanced game here. Only real difference is 0.4 yards in average play in favor of us. So let's take a look around the league with some rivalry game here that's a lot of points. 40-35. Cowboys get the victory. They move to 9-2 on the season. They're in the top of our division. Giants sitting underneath 500. Sure, that's a bit disappointing for them. As we'll take a look to the East Coast here. Broncos taking on the Panthers 21-7. These teams kind of sitting around 500. Neither one really pulling away. And for the last update, the Buccaneers taking on the Browns. Tied game. 28 seconds left here before half. Can Brady put the Buccaneers up as they sit 7-3 on the year against the 6-4 Browns? Well, let's jump back into this action here. 14-14 as we start the second half. Dimitri Flowers with the return here with some pretty good blocking. And will set us up pretty nicely at the 28. Now let's get back to the run game. Feel like we got a little bit pass heavy there in the second quarter as we were really trying to retake a tied game here. Borgie with some space. Nice job there from 27 to slow him down, and Collins helps clean it up. Still be a gain of 7 though. Great way to start the drive here. 2nd and 3. We're gonna go with a bit of some play action rollout. How about Muse? Can we find that soft spot? Barely, but we did. So far today, A.J. Terrell hasn't really been a huge guy for the Falcons as we're trying to get Borgie around the edge here. We'll find it, and we'll squeak out a first down gain. 8 rushes, 48 yards. And following that run, we'll bring Tyree Jackson out here for a little bit of some triple option. Hand this one off, try to let Kalinick rumble. He'll give a good shoulder, but he'll only get about 1. So let's go with the opposite. Let's spread wide here. Trip to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. Borgie once again trying to find some space and has plenty of it down the middle. Tried to split the defenders. Instead, we'll just roll over the top of them. And with that fresh set of downs down to the 25, let's see if we can find Smart down the seam. Or maybe we go to the first pylon here. Tim Jones with the grab? No? I don't know about that. Part of me really wants to challenge that, but I know how Madden works. Probably wouldn't be the smart thing to do. So instead, let's just jump in here to replay. We'll see for ourselves if Madden keeps messing with us. Zoom on in here to Jones. Let's see what happens on this route here. Breaks to the outside towards that first pylon. There's the catching point. Comes down 1 foot. 2nd foot came down inbounds. I mean, you could very much argue, but that, as we look down here, that foot is inbounds. Could we have challenged it? Maybe. Didn't want to risk losing the timeout. But that is a touchdown. We've had a couple of those called against us this season, as we don't get a good play after it. So a bit unfortunate. And I feel like some of these have been to Tim Jones, who's just been given the short end of the stick. But how about Smart jumping up, skying up, holding on to it? We're still going to end this drive in the end zone with a heck of a grab by our down the field tight end threat in Smart. Over the top of Collins, over top of everyone. I mean, he was about 10 feet in the air there. What a grab. And now we finally have the Falcons trying to chase here as we are up by only 1 touchdown, but still, that's more than what we've seen so far today. As Mariota scrambling to the outside. There's a big hit. Ball pops up, and I think Muse recovers. I think? I don't know. I'm pretty sure we have it. Big hit there. Ball pops around and then is actually scooped up by the guy at the bottom, number 30. Stevens with the recovery. We're back out on offense. I believe earlier in the game I called 30 Brown. Brown actually wears 29. So give credit where credit is due as we're trying to ground and pound down the middle here. Borgie with a gain of 5. And you know we already have that chew clock on. We have the lead. Let's try to secure said lead. Down the middle we go. Borgie will get about a gain of 2. And on 3rd and short, we'll bring out the Tyree Jackson formation here for a little bit of some read option. Motion Smart over just as we do with every play in this formation. And let's get Tyree around the outside. With no lead blocking, we'll get what we can. Escorted out of bounds at the 11. Which I guess probably would have been better to slide down, but they have the clock still moving, so that's fine. And motion over Smart once again here, see if he could leak to the outside for another touchdown on the day, although they cover that really well. We're just going to roll out here, throw this one away. And now Tyree will head to the sideline as we come out here with the heavy I formation. Huntley checks in, cuts back to the right-hand side, brought down at about the 5. And on 3rd and 4. I would like a delayed cross here, actually, from Muse. As we go with a bit of a play action. Try to see if he leaks. He does, but not very well, as we're going to toss that one up for Seth Williams, who can't come down with it. We'll tack on a field goal here to make it a 2-score game late in the 3rd quarter. McGinnis out. We'll hit this one through, and we'll make it a 10-point game, 24-14. Now let's see what the Falcons can do on a drive that you could argue needs to end with some points. They'll go underneath, and that one, an interesting animation. They had Cobb open. It looked like an accurate pass, but it ended up not somehow being. I guess works in our favor here. Mariota looking to scramble. Allen in hot pursuit will overthrow or over pursue. We miss out on a sack. And Zacchaeus, I think is maybe how it's pronounced. He's now crossed midfield. So almost a really good play for us. Ends up being a really bad play for us and a really great play here for the Falcons. A lot of quick underneath routes I've noticed as Mariota looking to scramble will throw it away just before I believe it was Potoe got there. Again, still not 100% sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hopefully I am. Still need that third sack, by the way, and Allen almost had it, but a great play on the outside there by A.J. Parker. I'm not sure who the receiver was. Maybe it was London. He had him beat. Throw maybe a little bit too far behind. As we try to get Shakatoni around the edge, they chip him, slow him down. They will find Zacchaeus, maybe. Again, don't know if I'm pronouncing that one right either. Looks like it could be. Either way, I expect field goal unit coming out here. Or maybe not. They do not trust Young Ho Koo. Instead, they're looking to punt. Would have been about a 55-yarder, but they'll punt this one and they'll down us at about the 15. Yeah, the 13. I feel like that works out pretty well for us. Just allows us a lot more field in front of us to try to chew this clock on out. Under a minute left here in the third quarter. We'll try to find a lead block here. Huntley will get what he can. Be a gain of 4. Actually, a little bit better than I thought. Looks like we'll have one more play here in the third quarter. With the play clock down to 5. We'll snap the clock. 10 seconds left here in the third. Huntley down the middle. We'll stretch for it. Be a little bit shy. So we'll have 3rd and inches to start the fourth quarter. We're still pretty far down in our own division, so nothing much is going to come of a late season run. But still nice to see the team growing. And let me know in the comments section below as well, who's your favorite player? It could be on offense, on defense, on both. You could even choose a special teams guy if you really like McGinnis. And I'm talking about the kicker, not the drink. First and 10 here as we go with some play action. Once again, we have Muse with not a nice grab. 27 breaks it up. And after that stoppage of time here, we'll send out Tyree Jackson and the read option offense. And we'll go ahead and hand this one off, and maybe we shouldn't have. It'll be a loss of 1, but we'll keep the clock moving. 3rd and 11 with 1 second on the play clock. We'll snap it. How about Stoner to the outside? A great throw there from Coan on the deep out route. Perfect right where you want that thrown, at the markers. I know I had one person specifically that really wanted to see Coan come back out. He felt like he was the best potential quarterback for us. And maybe that person was right. Coan has definitely looked good the past couple games here. We'll see if we go with a run here or swing this one out. We'll definitely apparently throw that down. I hit A thinking I needed to hold or to hand the ball off. That wasn't it, so don't do that. 3rd and 3. We'll bring out Borgie in the shotgun set here. He's our most trusted back, and he will push through and will barely squeak out that first down. And I feel like it's been a little bit since we've seen Calais out there, so let's bring him out as they come out with a double A-gap look, which wasn't too smart as Calais almost had all the room to break that one away. Instead, just 9.8 yards as we have 2nd and inches here. We'll look for him to clean it up, and which he does. Try to get that final cut. Almost did once again. Just let this clock continue to run here. About a little over 3.5 minutes left. Gonna motion over Smart once again. And they read that read. No. We were down. But just in case, can someone bring him down? Williams in hot pursuit. Will he get there? Yes, he will. And Dunlap doesn't break that final tackle. But I am 99% sure we were down. And here comes the booth review. We'll take a quick look and then expedite it if it's pretty clear. We'll jump in here. We'll see knee down, elbow down before ball comes out. Yep. That is all I needed to see. We're back with the ball at the 32. 3 minutes left on the clock and counting. Borgie back there to try to squeeze out what he can. We'll make it 3rd and 11. Looking to set up that receiver screen here to K. Johnson. See how well it opens up. Tosses one to the outside. He'll cut back in. It's fine if we don't get the first down. We'll let this run hit the 2-minute warning, kick another field goal, widening our lead. And here is that kick. McGinnis back at the 30. Not very accurate, so remember when I said widen the lead? That doesn't happen, but at least they'll be starting fairly far back on our side of the field, I guess. Or check that. I think I said our side of the field, their side of the field. We'll be trips to the left-hand side here. We still need one more sack. Shaka Tony's gonna get it. 3 on the day for the guy on this defense. He's been very impressive. He's looking for a 4th, trying to hurt. He will at least force Mariota to scramble, and he'll find a wide open Pitts downfield. A nice chunk play there from Mariota. As they are in the hurry up offense here, we'll get out of the double A gap look. They'll find Drake London. Why do I keep wanting to say Drake Bell? That's clearly the opposite of a football player. 1st and 10 here. Our defense scrambling a little bit as they go underneath. We'll find the running back out of the backfield, Kareem Hunt, for a gain of 1. About 30 seconds left on the clock. We'll go with some more passing plays. This time downfield, going to get the catch once again. Drake London to the 8, and they'll call a timeout. A 10-point game here. It looks like they will have to get a touchdown here, get the onside, and we'll have at least a couple more timeouts left to get a field goal, but Potoe says no way. A sack for him. That's 4 on the day for this squad. 22 seconds left on the clock. Let's spread out the defense here. We don't need to give up anything. Just a 10-point lead sounds great. They go with the underneath route here to Pitts, who gets down the sideline, but was he brought down in bounds? Looks like they stopped the clock. So 16 seconds left. Falcons really need a miracle here. 3rd and goal. We'll send some guys to the outside, some underneath, and there's a touchdown for Drake London. We'll narrow this deficit to only a field goal game if they could hit the PAT. And that they do. And I forgot to come out here in the correct formation here. So can we recover it? Yes, we can. Gaines cut back into this. Yep, that works. That works for us. We'll kneel out this clock as this game is over. And some big plays continue our win streak. 3 back to back to back. And don't forget, if you guys think this is getting too easy for the squad, you could always tell me down in the comment section some penalties, some things that have cropped up. Maybe a player has to sit for a few games. Maybe a player has to get cut. Join it. Be a part of it here and let me know. And after that kind of performance, we now have 2 breakout players for the beginning of next episode. A D lineman and a DB. I'm going to assume Shaka Tony with the 3 sacks. The DB, I'm not sure. We obviously had the 1 interception for J.R. Reed that was a pick 6, so possibly that could be it. Those are going to be my guesses. Let me know what yours are down in the comment section below. But a big game next week as we take on the New York Giants. They're 2 games above us, actually 3 games above us, as we have a later bye. So potentially we could get a decent win there. Who knows? This team is looking good. But you never know what might crop up. Like I said at the end of that game there. You could always let me know down in the comment section below if you think things are getting too easy. Is there a scandal that pops up? Is there like a practice injury? It's all up to you guys. You can let me know down in the comment section below. Give me some ideas. And then I'll also make sure that there's a penalty or something that happens because of something. Cause and effect. So like I said, if a player gets injured, he just has to, miss a couple games, or he can only play for X amount of snaps or something like that. All up to you guys. Feel free. Get creative. Let me know down below. Next game will be a big one, just as every game is, but this time it'll be a division foe. So make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Tick that little bell icon to be notified of when my videos go live. 4 videos every week. Obviously, this one being one of them, posted every Monday and Thursday with the state-only challenge, where I build a team from players who played at college in one particular state, sometimes a group of states, and try to win a Super Bowl within 5 years. That series posted every Wednesday and Saturday, so make sure you guys are tuning into both. And until next time, where we're set to take on the Blue Men, we'll see you later. Bye.